Hi guys, just wait for a few folk to kick in. Hi folks, how's all doing? Just let me folk kick in here. Well, tonight we're going to be talking a wee bit about the corruption in the justice system that we are currently witnessing today within our justice system and government. All the corruption, all the seedy lies, all the campaigns not to release prisoners when the government themselves has created these people and now want to control them, which is a bit sad to say. In this day and age, the justice system is wrong. It's been wrong for a long time, and as I say, something needs to get done. How can we change the justice system and the government from people making money through lies, just utter lies, and putting others in danger? Now, what people don't understand is when people go and do stuff like that, they're only showing others what to do. But what you've got to bear in mind is the future of our youth is facing us today. Simple. And that's where we're going to go into it tonight, about the corruption and justice. It needs to get done and sorted in the UK government and Scottish justice system. Is there far too much corruption? And as I say, deaths, suicides, mental health is a big thing just now in Scotland. It's created more suicides and more deaths, along with the drug pandemic. But that's been growing for a long time, the drug epidemic in prisons. There have been a lot of people dying, committing suicide and stuff like that over the years throughout the jail system. It's been growing for years. It's just a new generation. Simple. We all know how easy it is to get a hold of drugs, whatever you need in prison. Now, why are we allowing it? For the simple fact is, we're only killing each other for the sake of the cons and their politics and officers and their corruption. Because corrupted officers do entice other members of the prison system to go along with their corruption and cover it up and hide it. What I was thinking the government should be doing to stop this is, in certain cases, like murder cases and stuff like that, I do believe that all officers involved in certain cases should be vetted and lie detected before they even take the accused to the Crown or to the High Court. For the simple fact is, the amount of corrupted officers that's going on in our town now is just, it's terrible. You see on a daily basis on the news about corruption and deaths in prison. Now, we as the public need to stand up and acknowledge this and start shouting. For the simple fact is, nobody listens. Nobody listens. There's many men and women up and down this country spent years in prison. For what? Silly crimes. When you've got dangerous individuals out there coming over from all countries and committing more horrendous crimes than our own lifers, and get treated better in the prison system and by the government. I think the government needs to have a hard look at themselves and see where they're standing here, because it's causing a lot of ruckus. They're creating a lot of mental health problems, and they're creating a lot of problems in the jail. These guys and women are human like us. So whatever problem they've got, they don't leave it at the gate, they bring it into the prison and take it out in other inmates. And it's fact, it's been proven. There was another prison officer just caught smuggling drugs into prison. How many more times is this going to need to keep happening before someone does something about it? At the end of the day, we're only here to help people to get away from drugs, crime, and choose a better life. How are we meant to do that when we've got prison officers bringing it in? When we've got other people doing what they need to do? But that's up to them. This is up to the individual choosing not to take that path. You know what I mean? No one asks him. That's his, not ours. But the fact that the people who are meant to look after us and protect us create this problem doesn't help. And when people jump on the bandwagon and start creating lies, rumours about this and about that, well, I think they need to get their DNA samples out. For the simple fact is, you can't go about doing stuff like that because it upsets a family. Now, this person is going to lie in prison. Maybe we'll in prison. Maybe maybe you can do it, but the family can't do it. So how do we stop this? How do we actually stop this? As I say, my point would be, in any circumstances, a prison or a police officer, anything like that, who's given evidence in any case or working in any case, should be lie detected after the case, before the man or the woman or whoever goes to trial, to see if they've lied or corrupted the case anyway. I think that law should be allowed in. For the simple fact is, I think that would root out a lot of the corruption that goes in and out within the prison and justice system itself. Another thing, when we go talk about corruption, corruption works in many ways. Newspapers, phones, media, you name it, all that. They all work together to create a fantasy to sell papers. The more papers and the more lies and the more trouble they create, the more money they make by selling their papers. And it's all lies. People need to stop looking at papers and giving these people the light of day. They don't deserve it. They're upsetting people and hurting people's families. They're bringing past trauma up. There's enough mental health problems going on in the country just now. And it's sad, because it's true. Whether you want to believe me, whether you want to know, it's Google it, it's there, it's fact. Okay? The drug system is a joke. Complete joke. That's how I wipe it. That needs to be stopped. For the simple fact is, there's too many people dying. And people think it's funny. And stuff like that. It's no funny. How's it funny? They're no there to have a good time. They're there to be punished. Now I'm an old school prisoner. And I believe in all that, eh? But see, at the end of the day, you're no there to enjoy yourself. There's no fucking holiday camp. You've done something wrong, so you should be punished. Oh, yeah, they've got rights, human rights. Okay? That's where that should kick in. But when you've got people running about bringing stuff in for other inmates, That's when it becomes a problem. How are you meant to educate the youth when the government is working alongside it to corrupt the youth? It makes money. It's a continuing pattern. If you think, when you go back to your childhood, when you were 13, 14, what were you doing? Exact same as the kids are doing today. None changed. In fact, the only thing that's changed is the prices on materialistic stuff. Freedom is worth more than materialistic stuff. Trust me. You've got a man sitting there, better than 15 years in prison for what? Something the government should have done. Dished out justice to people who deserved it. That's the fact. They created this man into being who he is. So why not let him out and look after him? Simple. And why are they not letting him out and live his life free, just like any other human, lonely human? It's sad, as I say, the justice system and the government is needing to get shaken up. They can't keep going on and punishing people that are the simple fact is we're only human beings. We all do wrong, we all make mistakes, but we don't need to be treated like that. You know what I mean? There's worse people come from all over and commit horrendous crimes and get treated better and get lesser sentences than their own. You know, that says a big thing. A very, very big thing. What are they trying to say? Because you've got all these people fleeing war-torn countries when they're not. They're not in better countries. They see the pound sign. That's it. It's true in what the government's doing. As I say, it's just corruption in the government is a sad, sad very thing. And people need to open their eyes. Because all they do is pick their victims and create a myth. Then the people like to jump the bandwagon, roll along with it, but no realising the victims and the family of the so-called persons that they're, you know what I mean, string along. That's not fair. How's that fair? You know what I mean? Opening the paper up, reading the paper, news, walking down the street. That's not nice. You know what I mean? Nobody needs to be treated like that. We're all human. But the government think that's okay to do that. It's wrong. And I do believe that there's a lot of people in our prisons in the UK that have been set up, fitted up, and it's been proven fact. And it will continue to go on until somebody or some people start protesting to get this outed and get it stopped. Because if we don't, then what we're going to do? But what we're going to do in the future for when we're needing nurses, doctors, medical shit, whatever, what we're going to do? Because all this seems to be interesting now. It's just creating havoc. I didn't understand why, as I say, they brought all these rights out. For some inmates, aye. For other inmates, no. Because they gave their rights away as soon as they'd done that crime. Simple fact. But people, you've got to understand the human rights is a big problem, along with the corruption in the government. It's proven on a daily basis on the media and the papers. You read about it every day. Similar cases, similar ways. So what does that tell you? It's not a myth that happens. Because you've got all these people gone missing. You know what I mean? then the crime scene, sorry, is fucked up. So you've got to ask yourself what actually goes on behind the doors in number 10. And in Edinburgh, the Scottish Parliament. No forgetting about that. It's just sad in this day and age that we're still going to put up with this horrendous carry on for the people who's meant to look after us. So with the youth today and ex-prisoners that's meant to be going in there to get rehabilitated, how can they have faith on the prison system to rehabilitate them and to not go back out offend when they're creating the trouble in the place in the first place? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. The government and all that, they're all built on making money. As soon as you get into a prison system, you're allocated a jail number. Why do you think that's for? It's like a barcode. In fact, I know people that's actually got their jail number tattooed in the back of their nut. They'll never out of jail. No, that's a shame. That's a shame. That's psychological and mental health straight away. But they think it's smart. It's not smart. It's stupid. And but this is what the government like to create people. In the same way like the methadone prescription. When they introduced that into the prison system. And the tellies and all that. It's all colour coded by the psychiatrists and psychologists and all that. For your knives, your plates, your bowls, to your telly, to the colour of paint your wall, to your bed sheet. They're all done by psychologists, psychiatrists to reflect the mood. But that's not working. It's not working. It's proven it's not working. So what will work within the prison system just stop all these deaths and suicides? Because every day and every week you seem to see a lot more suicides and deaths happen within the prison. How can that happen? Like, no one way that this can happen. And that is someone from the prison system bringing it in. It's got to be. It's fact. They get in jail every week for crimes like this. But we've got to put up with it. We've got to suffer. We as humans that have made mistakes and done crimes, we're doing our sentence for it. We don't need to get beaten, starved, punished, whatever. It's fact. When I got my jaw broken, I lay for 3 days. No, sorry, for the Sunday to the Wednesday. I lay in a Peter. Wasn't allowed out, wasn't locked up. And that was where I broken jaw in 3 places. And I was seeing a doctor, nurse, nothing. No, come on. I broke jaw 3 places. Then left in a Peter. My own jeans, jumper, t-shirt, everything on that I got carted for. No, that was self-defence. And I was the one that got carted for it. What does that tell you? Believe me, it does go on. I've suffered for the hands of it, I've witnessed it, and it happens. And they actually leave your door card. They tell you. They tell you straight. They're human. They're only human like the rest of us. People think prison officers, policemen, not robots. They're no, they're human. Some of them have got a heart, some of them haven't got a heart. That's just the way the government is, and the police, and the prison justice system is. That's how we deal with it, is the main thing. That's the main thing we need to stop, because there's going to be too many deaths continuing, because the drugs are only getting worse. No, I'm not here to how many for drug dealers I got, you know what I mean? None like that. I'm just out here to help. As an ex-criminal and an ex-addict myself, I like to try and help others. Simple. Right? I'm no trying to be anything else but someone that can guide others to a better life and stay out of the hands of the corruption of the Crown and the justice system. But if I didn't try, who else is going to try? People that's never even spent a jet, it's people that's never even spent a day in the jail. How are they meant to understand the way a prisoner thinks when they've never been in jail? You've got all these drug services that come into the prison system, right? They're meant to get you stable for release or free prison. They don't. They tell you to do. They're meant to get your accommodation. But they leave it to the last day and they come round and tell you you need to go and represent yourself at the nearest homeless. Now that's sad. That is sad. They know that you're walking at that gate for £45, a week's money, and a bus ticket, with nowhere to go. Now, if you're an addict and you walk out that prison, which I've done many times, I hold my hands up, I'm not going to deny it. I'm in. Where do you go if you're stuck in addiction? Where do you go? If the jail's no helped you, what they're meant to do, where are you going as soon as you leave the gates? You know where you're going. You're going back to the place to walk that trauma, because that's the cycle they like to keep you in, because they're making money off you. And it's fact. Or when you have prisoners in their cells. So, as I say, what can we do to put towards the government to try and change the way the system is getting run? As I say, people what's up for trial, serious trials, or any trials, I think there should be a law should be brought in for all police officers or all medical staff, whoever is involved in the case, to get lie detected before cases go to trial. The simple fact is, the jails are full of innocent men and women and young persons, all because they need to make a number up. Berlin is only meant to hold 900 prisoners. Last time I was in Berlin in 2010, it was holding 1,200. That's three, 400 prisoners overcrowded. So where were they sleeping? I know where they were sleeping. The majority were 3'd up or 4 up when a cell was only meant to hold 1. So this is what we're dealing with. When you've got 2 people in the one cell, 6 by 8, even that in fact, 6 by 4, bunk beds, Jamaica, and a toilet and a sink, not much room. You're going to get in each other's way. They know that. So when you come in that phone and you're sitting having a bad day, or you just had a bad phone call, and your co-pilot says something to you, they know what's going to happen. Because you can hear them sitting at a desk, laughing and joking. Wait till you hear this. It's sad. It's sad. We've always says the people who shout the most are the most people that's got to hide the fact. It's been proven many times, and it will continue to get proven through this journey. And people jumped on bandwagons to make money, and to do this, to do that, of other people's misery. Is sad. Some may know who I'm talking about, some may know. But I just feel, as a person who fights for justice for prisoners, I had to bring it up. And that's what I have. Now, throughout the podcast, I will be speaking about my own experiences and my own things. But just now, we're concentrating on this corruption, injustice, and the drug taking and the prison systems. It's a joke. Something needs to be done. How many more murders? How many more suicides? And how many more overdoses is the Scottish Justice going to take before the day's on? Not even the Scottish Justice, the UK. They'll let, as I say, they'll let others commit heinous crimes and get stupid sentences. And another point I want to put out, if a person is sentenced under Her Majesty's pleasure, is that real no scrapney? For the simple fact is, it's His Majesty's. So there's going to be a loophole around that, because they can't expect a person to be sentenced under Her Majesty's pleasure and still remain in prison when Her Majesty's passed away. It becomes to your Highnesses, or whatever his name is. So that's a very, very, very interesting point, that. And I hope people are watching and going, wait now, man, that boy's got a point. Because that is a true point, that. And I know a lot of people in there will know that, because they're not educated enough in there to sit and think that. They've got education departments and all that in prison. They don't do education. Some use it, some don't. Some just use it just to get their Peter. And you go there and draw and fun pencils and rubbers and whatever. Sat on trips. You know, and it's sad. It's sad. There's genuine people in prison want to try and get on their lives and make a change for their life. But you've got others that just want to take up spaces and numbers. There's only so many places and numbers each landing can take the PD department in Berlin and then maybe other jails. But you get them who like just to come out because they can't handle it behind their door. Well, what does that say? If a person can't sit in his cell and he's going to go to PT and stand about, or go here, there, and where, stand about, rather than get yourself educated, fitness, and whatever, the person's got problems. He shouldn't have been in that hall. He should have been in the high defence unit. But it clearly states that the guy has not got the mentality or the strength to survive in a mainstream prison. It's fact. And it's fictional. The simple fact is, there's many people, vulnerable people, and now the smoking ban is coming into the prison. It's been for a while, right enough, but that's the next thing that's happening. They're getting bullied for their vape pens. Now, come on, this is, you know what I mean? It's taking the piss. When you're bullying somebody for a vape pen, what does that say about you and your credibility? You know what I mean? It's a vape pen. It's no good to you anyway. But you're bullying somebody else for what? Just to show somebody, well, look at me, I'm the big man. But when you go in behind your door, you're writing a letter to your girlfriend and bawling your eyes out. Simple. It's true. It's fact. Seen it. Done it. No interested. But when it comes to the bullying, it's sad. That's right. Just like there's no few C's now, all KC's, King's Council. Very, very good point. As I say, well done, JD. That law will need to get looked at and get changed. Now, there's only one way that that's going to happen, and it can't happen because it goes against the human rights. As if that person is taken back down to court and retried under that. That's no right. That will come under some rule because you're going against Her Majesty's pleasure to the King's Council. Doesn't work. There's going to be a loophole in that law to change that, to release these men. They've been in for too long. The ones that pose a danger to the public and a major threat, keep them in. Yeah, why no? How you doing, John? As I say, it's bad enough that there's people walking about out within our streets and our towns and our cities, and they don't even know who they are. But yet, we've got inmates and other people sleeping in the streets. March. This is sleep on the street march for soldiers that fought and died for this country. No, didn't get it twisted. I've got Irish heritage, and I'm not bring politics around it. So we're all immigrants, if you know what I'm talking. But the fact is, we've got people that's actually fought for this country, lying sleeping in those streets. -5 out there. What's the government all about? Why? What's going on? They've got hotels, they've got this, they've got that, full to max capacity, and now they're building their tents. Now, I don't mind about people coming in and working and making a pound. I'm no bothered with that, no interested. But when you're letting criminals into your country and they're going to commit further crimes in the country and get lesser sentences than the people that's already been in prison for the last 40 years, what does that say? What does that say? That speaks volumes about our justice system and government. If they can allow that to happen and continue it to happen, fair enough, they've made plans to deport them all back. Rightfully so. There's countries out there that are being built back up. Why not send them all back? They've all got different trades. Okay. And let them build the country back up, or the West back up. The West and that's been destroyed. And unfortunately, it's been our government and other governments that's invaded these countries. Called camera. You can't get away with corruption forever, because it will come back, and it is coming back. So, what is the government going to do about this? They've only got 3 choices. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of days or next week about all these new changes that's happening in the government. Because at the end of the day, they can't continue to treat people like this. It's no fair. Why should that man lie in prison for all that time? For what? It's sad. Yeah, it's sad. Yep. We just need to realise that our government is corrupt to the core. The justice system is corrupt to the core. They set up people, they fit up people. I've had it done to myself. Went up for 5 stolen cars and ended up with 15. What that, you know? And they say corruption doesn't happen. Well, I know it does. Because it happened to me. Many a crimes, car theft, do whatever. Just admit to them, and we'll let you after them. No, no comment. Time I go to the court on the Monday, they're there. Okay, how are you there? What are you talking about? I no commented all that. I haven't even got what they're talking about. So it just shows you it does go on. And as I say, we need to stop it and we need to erase it. Or it'll continue. Then our youth, ex-prisoners, family members, sons, wives, whatever, it's just going to be a continuing part. And it's sad. It is really sad. As I say, folk, it's just heartbreaking that the government can do that to people that's fought and died for this country. It does, it gets you. You know what I mean? Because it's just unbelievable. You're just how do they justify it? How can they justify a man spent God knows how many years in prison, 5 decades in prison? Then you get some dirty, no way scumbag. He gets 5 years and gets out in 20 months. But this guy, nothing like that. It's just sad. It breaks your heart. It does. I do think there should be more protests, to be honest with you, John. Yes, I do. It's just a sad situation for this government to be doing to the UK, treating us like mugs. And that's what they're doing, treating us like mugs. They've got everything. They've got everything. Now you think of everything you own, everything you work for, everything you possess, right? Doesn't matter. You can pass it on to whoever you fucking want. But see, at the end of the day, still going back to the government, man. It's just all this. It's just a continual pattern. It's sad. And sometimes you just need to put the brakes on it and go, well, enough's enough. They're taking the piss. And the utter piss. To line their pockets. For them to drive about in fake cars, big houses, or what? For us to go through trauma for their happiness. Money's not everything. It's a bit of plastic. Your health and your wealth, that's the most important thing in life. Now, as I say, the government are going to need to do something about this. They're doing saltire. The simple fact is, they can't convict a person twice under Her Majesty's pleasure. She's not here. You know what I mean? So people need to start realising, listen, I could bring me a chance of getting out of here. Go and speak to your lawyer, go and talk to your lawyer, and say to the lawyer, wait now, man, I've been here for all these years, and I'm sitting here, and not one person's even trying to get that person released. Nothing. And that's why I do this. See, a lot of people get mixed up with this channel. I think it's a fighting channel. It's not a fighting channel. It's a channel to battle through addiction, mental health, corruption, and getting justice as an ex-criminal and as an ex-addict as myself. And that's what this is all about. It's no anything else but to help people stay away from that and choose a better path in life. Don't get themselves involved in this life. It's a vicious, vicious life. Not a glamorous life. It's a shit life. Anybody that thinks that crime is a glamorous thing, they need a good look at and a good shake. Like you want to risk your freedom for the government. It doesn't matter what you do or what you say. The government is always going to win until you stand up and go, no, you are not doing this. You have done it enough. All your pretty boys, all your pretty birds, whatever, your cars and your big fancies and all that, they're all high parties. We all know that. You're not fooling they can't. Simple. It's all material stuff. The government buys you for it. The government gives you the money for it. You didn't buy it. The government buys it. Think about it. Where do you get the money? Didn't you a gyro, to a wage, to donations, to fucking whatever you think you're getting, right? At the end of the day, you do not own that. I do not own this t-shirt. I don't own fuck all. Because it's all got to go back to the government. And by the time people try and get this in their heads, especially the youth, then the better. Because when they're sitting at our age, lying in a prison cell, lying in a hospital, or lying here, or wherever, needing help, it's not going to be there. Because we're fucking it up. Fact. Simple. There's no other way about it. What we're doing today and what the government is doing today is going to affect our youth in the future. Look at your past. Not everybody had a bad past. Not everybody has a good past. Just look at the last 20, 30 years of your life. You feel like shit. You feel like this. You feel like that. It's this your fault. It's that your fault. It's that. No, it's your fault. You don't want to put yourselves in this situation. No one else. But when the government come in, and you know that you're not done nothing, when you know this isn't right, what gives them the right to make it right? If you know what I mean? It doesn't. And that's just a wee toy for them. And you're allowing that to happen. When you're there in America and the rest of the places and you see stuff that's going on, what do you see? See when it happens out here? What do you see? Fuck all. Nothing. And that's what you see. So what's different between here and there? The law. Well, Scotland's meant to be a freedom of speech. England, I don't know. So what does that say in that fact? He's all sitting and moan when you get to jail and this and that. And he's all moan when this isn't going right and that's not going right. Well, it's only use its lint of heart. Simple. Whether you like me, whether you don't, I'm just going to tell you the truth anyway. It's the fact, though, isn't it? It's just sad, people. And I hope the day change their mind. And I hope more things get done to free Charlie, aka Michael. He's a good man. I've read that man's books for years, along with the rest of them, and I love it. It's just true crime, no bullshit, no nothing, just true fact. Can't beat true facts. Bullshitters, see you. Whatever people don't see is the best way. Simple. Because then you can't get the corruption in their myths. It's a vicious world out there. And we all need to wake up and realise that. We'll maybe think, nah, we're making a wee buck here, we're making a wee buck there. Didn't last forever. Trust me. Had it. But it taken off me. We'll get it back again. I'll not get it taken off me again. Simple. We'll learn. And we'll learn for the better. But anyway, folks, I'm going to drop it off there. Thanks for joining me tonight. And thanks for taking your time to sit and watch me. And hopefully we can get a message out there to help free Charles Bronson, aka Michael. Good man. A shout out to the boys in London that's fighting for his freedom. Let's get this man out. Let's get this man out. Been there 5 decades for what? Something the government should have done in the first place. Sad. If the other spin off was trying to con him out of money, drop it. I just don't like it. I don't involve other people beef, but I just don't like corruption. I just hate it. As a person who's been through the care system from a young age, to prison, to residential schools, from care homes, I've seen it all. Hi, Francis. And I say, it's sad. It is very, very sad. Is it people really need to wake up to what's going on? There's many people in Scotland trying to get justice for all different crimes. And the government is just sitting there turning a blind eye. How fair is that? It's no fair. How would you feel if you were in that situation? How would you feel? You'd hate it. So why should others sit in that situation then? Just because you're sitting in the house, just because you're sitting with comfort, just because you're sitting with somebody that you can go to bed and cuddle with. What about the other people sleeping in the street? What about the people that's lying in the prisons? What about the people lying abroad in the prisons? Do you ever give them a thought? Could I do? Every day of the week? And contact them. It's just the way you conduct yourself and try and help these people. That's what counts. Even just a letter to somebody, you know what I mean? It puts a smile on their face. It makes them feel wanted. It changes their mentality and psychology and their brain. It gives them hope, gives them strength. Didn't make them go away and chase a pill or whatever that can kill them. Educate them into chasing a dream. I can remember many times I lay in Berlin, Grenoble, Pullman, Kilmarnock, you name it, and watched places like Place in the Sun, or they kind of places. I'll never be there. I'm never away from them now. I've been out of jail for 2010, been off drugs for 2009. and I've been to Spain 3 times. I've got a passport, I've got this and I've got that. I'd get arrested if I didn't. As I say, as soon as you let that person in, or dead people in, that's when things go wrong. So you stay in your own lane and you focus on your own journey. And if you want to help others, you do that. Be proud of yourself and help others. Don't be ashamed. There's nothing to be ashamed of. What are you going to be ashamed of? Helping somebody. You want to go and greet your pal's shoulder or whatever, go and do it. Don't think, oh, he's a twat. How's he a twat? The twat's hurting. You know what I mean? You're the twat, it's no giving your man a cuddle. You're the twat, it's no giving your pal a cuddle. Tell him it's alright. Everything's going to be fine. You've got to go and look at a stranger for that. So what does that tell? Come on, folks, eh? Wake up to this. Wake up to this. It's a joke. And I'm going to leave it at this. And I'm going to advise you all to go and buy Betrayed, Innocent Betrayed, the sound drilling. Is fighting for the freedom of Luke Mitchell, fitted up by Scottish police. The Bird That Never Flew, Johnny Boy Steele. Fantastic read. Kevin Lane, fitted up, is fighting back. Chet Sandhu, King of Karachi. Look these people up. There's many books out there. And look them all up. And they tell you true facts about their lives and the way they were treated. These people do not live to tell lies. Liars always get caught. Now mind that. As I say, folks, that's me been on an hour now. I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for joining me tonight on Gloves Up, Drugs Down with Dan. Let's put this message further and pump it out and try and get others and help others. Okay? Stay safe, stay blessed. Join me next week, Wednesday, same time, on a Sunday. I do my wee videos during the week just to keep me going. But I'm going to get further and more in depth with this because it's wrong. And if I need to protest, I'll go protest, I will. I've done it. It's South Scottish Parliament in George's Square, and I'll continue to do it until this is stopped. Okay, guys, thanks for joining me, and please tune in on Sunday to talk more about Innocent Betrayed with Sandra Lean. Me, I found the dog. Okay, so as I say, folks, stay safe, stay blessed. Monday tomorrow. Wake up and have a lovely week. Don't go to bed in an argument, as they say. Chin up. Bye bye now.